In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to process an order. Now, I have created a fake order for you underneath my account. So if I go into my account, we should see here, if I click on orders, that I have an order here, order number 2166, date 12th of January. Current status is on hold because I've paid this by direct debit. So this isn't an option that we're going to set up, but if you did want to keep an option there that people do a bank transfer, then you would need to check your bank before changing the status of this to processing. And then the total for that invoice is £259.90 for one item. Your customers will be able to view that order by clicking on view, and it will show them what they've ordered. So they ordered the Amber Maxi dress, one of in size 8 at £250. Shipping was charged at a flat rate of £9.90, and the payment method was direct bank transfer for a total of £259.90. They did add a note onto this order that this is a test order to see how to process it. So a customer might write in there, I'm not sure of my size, can I come into the shop and can you measure me? And so then you can reply to them via email. So if we go back to the order, because it also had an option for the invoice there, if they want to view the invoice, they can click on that and it will open up the invoice that has been generated for them. So that's what it looks like from a customer's point of view. So now how do you access that order? Once you're logged in, go to the back end. If you're not already there, click on the Fairy Queen Fairy Tale Dresses wording at the top. And we want to go down to WooCommerce and then across to orders. This will then show all of your recent orders. You can see at the moment the order number ordered by me, Darren Woolway, 13 minutes ago. You can have a preview of what I've ordered. So you can quickly see down here, right, okay, that's the dress that I'm going to need, and so you can check your stock. And then across here it's got the total. But what we're missing here is the options to be able to print off the packing slip or the invoice. So if you're not seeing that option, if you go up to the top right here, click on screen options, we can then add on actions and then click apply. So now that is done, there's a few options on here showing us that it's being processed, the order's complete, but what we're interested in is these two, the PDF invoice and the PDF packing slip. So if you want to print off the PDF invoice, you'll just click onto there and you will get a copy of the invoice, the same as what the customer could see. And then if you want the packing slip, you can click on the next one. And it looks very similar to the invoice, apart from all of the monetary values are not there, and it's just telling you what the product is and how many you need to add onto that order, and it's also got the customer notes on there as well. Now to start processing this order, click in a blank space or click on the title of it there. And now we can see all of the order details. So this is the date it was created, and this is currently the status, which is on hold. Once you've checked the bank account, if you're doing it through that, then you can change it to processing and click update, and then that will update the order and it will send an email to the customer to let them know that their order is now being processed. If this is being paid through card, or if it's being paid through PayPal or Amazon, whatever payment method we set up, this will probably go straight to processing. Then you've got your billing address here and your shipping address here. Sometimes these details may be different because if people know they're not going to be home or they want it shipped to work, they can change the shipping details, so make sure you are shipping it to the correct place. Scroll down, we've got the invoice details, we've got a picture of the dress here, and it says Amber Maxi dress in size 8. This only comes in one colour. Now this is where it becomes useful if we've got various colours and we've got pictures of those different coloured dresses, because if they've chosen a variation with a different colour, the picture of that colour will appear in there. However, please note that if we have not added different colour pictures, it will be the standard stock picture that shows up there. It shows the rest of the order details, how much it costs, how much the shipping is, item total, shipping total, order total. Now, as you're not VAT registered, I have not added VAT as an option onto this yet. But if you were to become VAT registered, then that is something that we're going to need to do. There is a refund option there if you was to need to refund that option. Back over here, it says send order email. Now we've got a few different options here, depending on what state we're on. So you can change those settings and then send an email. The more important one here is order notes. So if you are processing this dress and perhaps you've not got the stock in for whatever reason, you can write in here stock due in on Friday, if it's due in on Friday. And I would put this forward as a private note because you don't want the customer to see that. But if you've got another member of staff who's going to go and have a look at those orders and try to process that order as well, then they're going to need to know that you've already looked at that. So then you click add note, and so then that will add it up the top here, stock due in on Friday. And then can we change that processing? So then if we wanted to, we could then change that back to on hold because we're waiting for the stock. And then let's say that you wanted to send the customer an email about the order. I don't know, perhaps what kind of scenario could we have? They've requested a bit more information about the dress. They've added a note on there saying, can I have some sequins on a certain part of the dress? You could then say, dear Darren, it is possible to add sequins to this dress. However, we will need you to attend our boutique to be correctly measured. Please call us on 01622 123 456 or whatever your phone number might be. And this time, instead of changing it to private note, do note to customer, click add, and it will then email the customer saying that their order has been updated and there's a note for them to take a look at. Okay, so let's say that everything's fine. You've now processed everything and you've completed the order. You can change that to completed and click update. Then what we'll also want to do is provide the tracking details. So if we send a note to the customer again, we can say, I don't know, we've shipped it through Royal Mail tracking, and then we'll put in the ID number, whatever that might be, and then we can also put in the link to the Royal Mail tracking. I don't know what it is, I'm just making it up. UK/track my parcel would make sense, wouldn't it? And then click add, and then that will then add that note for the customer as well. So I will now end up with a lot of emails come through from here. Now if we go back to the orders, we'll be able to see that this status has now changed to completed once you've packed and sent everything. There are other reports and stuff on here as well, so you can see on here how well you've done this month. This hasn't updated yet, but that should now add the £259 that I've put onto there. I've also installed cart abandonment for you, so that if people have come and added stuff to their cart and we've managed to capture their email address, it will then automatically send out recovery emails for them to prompt them to come back to the store and complete their purchase. So that's it. That's how we work out orders on the WooCommerce and how we process them. So I hope that's been helpful.